Good afternoon and welcome to the midday news on OSBC television. My name is Motsunrayo Ayegbayo. The defense headquarters has urged Nigerians to disregard the malicious allegation and support the effort of the armed forces to enhance national security and promote the welfare of servicemen and women. The Director of Defense Information, Brigadier General Osun, in a statement faulted the allegations regarding Nigerian military's request for visas to attend the Invictus Games in Vancouver, Canada. He urged Nigerians to support the officers, men and women who sustained various degrees of injuries while protecting the nation. According to Brigadier General Osun, the need for accurate information at this time cannot be emphasized. Brigadier General Osun said the Nigerian military received an invitation to participate in the Invictus Games with his team that comprised of 3 officers and 21 players, including the team's physiotherapist. He explained that the Invictus Games Foundation catered for the team's accommodation and feeding needs, along with those of other participating nations. He said, however, in spite of the military's best efforts, only 14 members of the team, excluding the team leader, captain, and physiotherapist, were granted visas. Brigadier General Osun noted that the participation of the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, would have added mental strength to Nigerian troops. The Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps has warned the Nigerian Labour Congress against its planned March 1st shutdown of telecommunication services in response to the recent 50% tariff hike. The private Telecommunications and Communications Senior Staff Association of Nigeria and the Association of Telecommunications Companies of Nigeria similarly pushed back against the NLC's planned boycott of telecom services and shutdown of telecom infrastructure, arguing that such actions are misguided and could harm the industry. The spokesman for the NSCDC, Babawale Afolabi, in a statement, said the agency had deployed operatives to the base stations to prevent any illegal action by the protesters. The NSCDC tasked with protecting critical national infrastructure, including telecommunications, expressed concerns over the potential risks the NLC action could pose to national security and public safety. It will be recalled that the NLC announced its intention to shut down the operations of telecommunications companies across the country if the tariff hike announced by the Nigerian Communications Commission was not reversed by the end of this month. The union directed Nigerians to boycott the services of major telecom providers starting from February 13th and continue through the month. The NLC in a communique signed by its President Joe Ajaero and General Secretary Ima Upuaja accused the telecom operators of breaching public trust by implementing the tariff hike before the conclusion of a 10-man review panel's deliberations. The Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project, SERA, has issued a 48-hour ultimatum to the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, to reverse the newly announced hike in automated teller machine ATM transaction fees, calling it unlawful, unfair, unreasonable, and unjust. According to SERA, the development would worsen the financial hardship faced by Nigerians, particularly low-income earners. The letter also cited Section 1CD of the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Act 2018, which seeks to protect and promote the interest and welfare of consumers and prohibit restrictive or unfair business practices. SERAP noted that imposing exorbitant fees at a time when many Nigerians are struggling economically is unfair, unreasonable, and unjust, warning that the policy creates a two-tiered financial system discriminating against economically vulnerable citizens who may not afford the extra charges. The increase in fees, according to SERAP, contradicted the Tinubu administration's commitment to addressing poverty. The West African Examinations Council has released the results of the 2024 November-December West African Senior School Certificate Examination for Private Candidates Second Series. The head of the National Office, WAEC Nigeria, Dr. Dangote Amos made this announcement while briefing newsmen in Lagos. He explained that a total of 65,023 candidates sat for the examination, with 34,878 candidates representing 53.64% achieving credit and above in at least 5 mandatory subjects, including English language and mathematics. According to him, this marks an improvement compared to the 44.29% pass rate in 2023 and 42.16% in 2022, reflecting a 9.35% increase in overall performance. He stressed that 62,364 candidates had their results fully processed and released, while 2,669 candidates are awaiting the completion of result processing due to errors attributed to them. He however added that the examination body withheld the results of 2,577 candidates due to suspected case of examination malpractices, stating that investigations will be conducted to determine if the results will be released or cancelled. He noted that 157 candidates with special needs, including 25 visually impaired, 13 hearing impaired, and 15 albinos, have had their results fully processed and released. And now to sports. The La Liga match between Espanyol and Athletic Bilbao was briefly stopped after allegations that a visiting player was racially abused by fans. Bilbao forward Naki Williams told the referee that teammate Maran was being abused by some Espanyol supporters during the first half. The referee responded by activating La Liga's anti-racism protocol, which saw the match suspended and a message played on the stadium public address system warning fans it would be abandoned if the abuse did not stop. A message condemning racism was also shown on the big screen. The game did eventually continue, with both sides netting in the second half in a 1-1 draw. Both clubs condemned the abuse on social media, with Bilbao posting united against racism, zero tolerance for any discriminatory attitude. It was claimed that the Spanish Football Federation and La Liga have taken steps to try to tackle an increase in racist abuse by introducing measures including partial stadium closures. And coming from the foreign scene, more than 40 people, mostly women, were killed after an illegal gold mine collapsed in Mali. The collapse took place near Keniga in Mali's western gold-rich Kayes region. A gold miners' union leader told journalists that the victims climbed into open pit areas left by industrial miners to look for scraps of gold when the earth around them caved in. The collapse occurred at an abandoned site formerly operated by a Chinese company, as Beijing is heavily invested in developing Mali's mining industries with the approval of its government. Reports say that the incident is Mali's second deadly mining accident in 3 weeks, after at least 10 people were killed when a mining tunnel flooded late last month, while rescue workers have been able to retrieve the bodies. Mali is one of the biggest gold producers in the world. Accidents are common in the country as much mining activity is unregulated, with miners using unsafe methods to dig for gold. And also, torrential downpour has claimed at least 9 lives in the southeastern parts of the U.S. Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear at a news conference said 8 people had died in the state and suggested that a total could go up. Beshear also said that hundreds of people were stranded in flood waters as floods submerged roads and houses, while many stopped in their cars, warning residents to stay off the roads. According to Governor Beshear, the rapid influx of rain caused river levels to rise quickly and trap vehicles in feet of water. Images posted online show reports in Georgia indicated that the 9th death was recorded after a man lying in his bed was struck by an uprooted tree that crashed into his house. Kentucky, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Virginia, West Virginia, and North Carolina were under some type of storm-related alert during the weekend, with almost all of those states suffered catastrophic damage last September from Hurricane Helene. Meanwhile, President Donald Trump approved the declaration authorizing the Federal Emergency Management Agency to coordinate disaster relief efforts. And that ends the media news on OSBC TV. Join us at 3 for other state news. Thank you for watching. Good afternoon.